Hey folks, it's me, China Guitar Sceptic back, and as you can hear, I still haven't got around to soundproofing the studio. Been a really busy couple of weeks, and I thought that you would be interested in hearing another little comparison between my favourite Chinese guitar and my recent purchase of the PRS SE Custom 24, which is fast becoming my favourite guitar. Yeah, so I've always really said and enjoyed playing this guitar. It's always been my favourite of the Chinese guitars that I've had. It's the best setup, may not be the best in tune, but this one has been my go-to guitar for some period of time now since I've had it, and it's even better, I think, than Pinky. Although Pinky's quality, build quality, is a lot better, Bluey is definitely my favourite, and I just find it right. And I think that's all to do with the fact that this is a 25-inch scale length, as opposed to the Pinky, which came and was the Fender 25.5-inch scale, which is not my preference. But I thought I would do you a little demo of these two today. But in the past month, I've had a huge spike in interest in my channel. I think largely due to the fact that the unboxing video for the D45 was on a playlist, a YouTube playlist. And so I've got loads of new subscribers to say hello to, and I just thought I'd mention the few that have subscribed in the last few days. Alexander Kolesnikov, Brian Davies, Walter Gayo, Gary Telford, Marco Skolmeister, Phasian GP, Alex Molina, Joao Vita de Souza Ribeiro, Douglas Pin, B Car, Ryan TT, Bert Lopresto, Billy Thornton, Kel Lol, Tim Doyle Music, Jim Viziani, Ray Bayer, Nick Solmarcio, James Johnson, Linkford Arenda, and Woo Soon Singh. Welcome to the channel, folks, and I do hope that you enjoy the content. I put up a little poll today, as I found that ability in the community, the new community tab on YouTube, and I thought that's a really useful thing to do. So I've asked you guys what you want to see more of on the channel. And I've had a good response so far, and looking forward to more. I've also updated the website and tried to refresh it a little bit, and also refresh the forums, and I've opened another open forum on ChinaGuitarSceptic.com for those of you who've bought guitars in China and want to share your experience publicly about some of the pitfalls, because we've got a lot in the private forums, but we could do with a few more public comments, and I will include those in, and horror stories and good stories, good news stories, in some of my forward videos. If you go and put a comment there, I haven't done that for a while, and I really think that that's quite a good way for me to highlight some of the issues that some of you are having with getting hold of Chinese guitars, particularly the fakes and the counterfeits, which you know that I do not promote, and I'm really keen to spread the word that most people, and I say most because not all, but most people have real issues with getting hold of anything decent from China. Anyway, on with today, and Bluey was built by a Chinese factory that I was in touch with, and no longer used because of the fact that they couldn't get simple things like the body cut right. They didn't put the coil tap on the tone and volume as I'd asked for. And when I say coil tap, I do of course mean split coils, and I think I mentioned the same with this. I think this is split coils as opposed to tapping, which is very different, where they tap off from within the windings. I think what they do on these, and certainly what Pinky is a coil split, so it turns it into from being a humbucking pickup into single coil. Anyway, This hasn't got that, so I can't compare the non-humbucking sounds of the PRS 24 SE, but I can compare the humbucking sounds. So I'm going to start with the bridge pickup, and I'm going to work my way forward on both guitars, just playing that same riff that I did before on the comparison at the 3 different levels, and see what you think of the comparison with this and that, and I'll be interested to see your comments.
So, Fat Man, who is this China Guitar Sceptic fellow?
I have absolutely no idea, but I am gonna subscribe to his channel.
Oh, good idea. You know what? I might even join you.
So I think the thing that becomes very clear really quickly is that this PRS guitar, as much as I absolutely adore, and Bluey has been my go-to workhorse for some time, the pickups in this guitar are incredibly versatile by comparison. The low-down, quieter tones on this, particularly that beautiful middle pickup sound. Yeah, that middle pickup is a beautiful tone with the two pickups working together. And what I was saying is that the versatility of these pickups is extraordinary. I've checked the height. They're exactly the same height away from the strings, same distance away from the strings as Bluey. And I wanted the test to be as fair as possible. So Bluey hasn't had the strings changed. I've been playing the heck out of this and it hasn't had the strings changed. So they're both played in set of strings, even though they were in somewhat suspect tuning. But they've both gone through the Dark Terror again, and both at the same settings. The level is down, right down at 1. The tone is right at the middle on 12 o'clock. And the drive, the gain, is just a little way past 12 o'clock. Just to give that nice sort of valve break-up tone that... When you dig in, you get a bit of extra tone, but when you play quietly, it's nice and cleanish. And this guitar is just so subtle in that respect. It's the intricacies and nuances of the sound across the volume pot are just outstanding. I've never heard anything like it. And it could be that the 8515 copies are very, very close to the American PRS 8515s. I'm definitely impressed with them, and they sound absolutely incredible. And I think you'll agree as well, the value for money from this guitar compared to this one even. Admittedly, this is under half the cost, and that was a demonstration, or I should say a prototype of a brand new model. So even though the Chinese are doing a brand new prototype specifically designed for my purpose at half the cost, doesn't come close to the production model on this Korean-made guitar. And I suppose that's a lot to do with World Musical Instruments. It's a lot to do with PRS quality control, and also somewhat to do with the fact that the Chinese are probably doing prototypes for many, many people all the time, and they never know quite how serious a guitar company is going to be. And so I'm not sure how much effort they really put in until you put in a big order of 50 plus, 100 plus, 500 plus, 1,000 guitars. And then maybe they'll start to take these things a little bit more seriously. But I hope you've enjoyed this little demo of the two guitars. I'm going to do a bit of playing out on both of them, and you can let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'll be back real soon with another video, but in the meantime, folks, you take good care.